kind of like a inner storm inside because you should feel some kind of mood tips. Hi guys, it's Gan. I came out with a new video of Q&A. In fact, many performances are postponed and cancelled, and also my travel to the US is keep getting delayed. So I thought about how I could communicate with the audience and share my daily life. And I thought about the YouTube, it would be a great way to do it. And I started it. But in fact, all things are so new to me, so I couldn't really prepare a lot of series of videos. But however, I feel so grateful to you guys who sent me a great support and love toward my video and my channel. Thank you so much. Actually, I received a lot of Q&A by Instagram until now on, but most of them were in Korean, and they were questions on my major in cello. So I received another section of Q&A, not only the questions on my major cello, but also about curiosity on real ganon. So I'm gonna start it from my personal questions. Question number 1. Height and weight. My height is 166 and my weight is 47. What is your favorite food? I literally love eating food and finding delicious spots, but they're not like Korean food and Asian food the most, but Western foods also, Chinese. Okay, it'll be easier to find which I dislike. What's your favorite book and movies? The French writer Guillaume Musso's A Brooklyn Girl. And my favorite movies, Midnight Sun. Did you came out with your own hide and seek cadenza? It was so amazing. Thank you so much. Actually, one of my colleagues sent it to me directly. I don't know who composed it, but I also enjoyed it a lot. I also think that it's an amazing cadenza. How did you celebrate the Lunar New Year? The tradition of Korea of Lunar New Year is to bow to your ancestors. In general, is the way we show our respect and the prayer of health and happiness toward our people higher than us. So I did it, and I ate a lot of delicious things, including tteokguk. Tteokguk is a Korean traditional food, which might be like rice cake soup, I guess. And yeah, I spent a happy time with my family. Where is your cello from? It sounds so nice and you play beautifully. Thank you so much. It's a French cello, and it was made in 1700s. It's an old cello. What's your practice routine? The way I do is I listen to the recording or a video of my previous playing, like it could be a performance or a lesson I've got, and then write down some parts I should work on specifically, and start working. But my standard practice routines might be not really different from others. Playing the scale, daily exercises, etudes, and working on the pieces. How much repertoire do you typically work on at once, and how do you balance it? Actually, it depends on what I'm preparing for, but usually 5 or 6 pieces when I'm preparing a concert. If I'm preparing for the international competitions, there might be a much more pieces I should work on. Yeah, it's right that it's such a challenge to balance it equally, but the way I do is try to divide it into 2 or 3 parts of the pieces by the time of the composition, like 2 or 3 pieces in a day. But the recommendation is do not play more than 3 pieces in a day because it can't really be efficient if you do that. How many hours do you practice daily? 3 or 4 hours during the semester and about 7 hours during the vacation. Tips for getting into Juilliard. Reflecting back. Of course, I practiced and studied hard. I always thought not to be really stuck in the mind of audition and exam and such like that, because the music itself really presents our mindset and our thoughts inside. So I thought that if you're getting too stressed or too nervous or worried about it, it would definitely show up to the audience and to the juries. So I always thought that preparing it is not just the process of passing the exam, passing the admission, but it's a process of developing my ability and skills on being a major musician. And I truly think it helped a lot in playing my own music and going into my own way without getting stressed to the result. Please share your morning routine video. Yeah, think about it, though it might be really embarrassing. How do you choose your outfits? I love your dress codes. Thank you so much, but I owe all this glory to my mom. Because I'm not a worst dresser, but I'm not a good dresser either. But my mom is really good at fashion, so She mostly gives me advices and recommendation on what to wear daily. Yeah, and sometimes she even say like, no way, you're not gonna wear that red pants with red skirts. Yeah, it's not matched. And I'm like I don't care really, but yeah. Actually, my dress codes are most of my mother's advices. What do you usually do in your free time? I used to hang out with my friends and find some delicious places, but these days I can't go into the crowded places, so I just try to find what I can do at home. Watching movies, listening to great music. It's a great joy to discover the new songs, which is really good, but hide it. So yeah, that's what I do in my free times usually. What's your current obsession? Feeling the nature? Because these days suddenly I thought like, what's the reason and where I get the energy on living a day, on living my life? Because I couldn't really be with a lot of people and even couldn't make music in the concert, so it's really depressing. We can't really get a stimulus to pick up ourselves, but I found that looking at the nature and getting energy from the nature was really essential and important source in living our life. So these days I always try to look up the sky and feel the nature in my whole body and just go out to the beautiful naturistic places. A lot of places to enjoy with people, we can't do that, but still we could enjoy the wind and the nature and the trees and like that. So yeah, I try to get energy from there. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have a younger brother who's 6 years younger than me. Do you like drinking? I do not drink at all. Actually, I have a physical restriction on it, so yeah, I don't drink. What type of guys are you into? First of all, I think having the same religion is the most important thing because I'm a Christian, and a person who worked the best to pursue its own goal with great passion and pride, and also a person with a healthy body and healthy mindset. Your favorite pieces in cello repertoire? For sonatas, I love Shostakovich, Rachmaninoff, Schumann Fantasy, Beethoven. And for concertos, my favorite one is Tchaikovsky Rococo Variations, Elgar Concerto, and the Haydn. What's the biggest inspiration to you? Dance, nature, and music, no matter what type it is. Because I listen to a lot of types of music, like from pop, jazz, like R&B. All this music are such inspiration. Do you think that all musical thoughts on playing music should come from real experience? Not necessarily in all cases, because you could even be another person or another character in music, and the settings and the backgrounds on making your music could be unusual and virtual world. So in those cases, it doesn't make sense that you experience in your real life. But if you felt something in life and try to express it through your music, it's different because the details you feel and all the moments and the expression you make with your face and motions and everything is really different, and it truly conveys to the audience. So yeah. What's the one you would never live without? My family. What's your tips for making your own musical idea? Well, I guess there should always be kind of like a inner storm inside, because you should feel some kind of mood to fit with the music. For me, I try to remember thoughts I've been inspired before. It could be certain performance, scene of a nature or whatever, and then I try to match it up with my music and work on to express it. So, I completed with all the questions I got. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for questioning such interesting questions. I stay in Korea for a while, but I look forward to see you in person and somewhere else. Until then, please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you with various interesting videos again. Please keep tuned. Thank you!